For joining us here this morning. We begin the broadcast with big news that we're tracking as far as the given situation in Delhi NCR is concerned. Let's begin with the fact by telling you what it's looking like specifically in Delhi, because thick smog blinds the national capital. What is absolutely shocking is that Delhi's air quality index has neared 500. Yes, you heard that right. We're inching closer to the 500 mark. In fact, AQI is currently at 481. Grap 4, remember, the Graded Response Action Plan has been imposed in the national capital. Directives coming on that front were schools to remain shut, online classes to be held. But what is concerning here is the numbers that we're looking at. Let me quickly break down those numbers for you. But before I do that, let me take that across to my colleague Nikhil Akwani, who is, of course, joining me live this morning. Nikhil, this is, absolutely concerning with the fact that we're inching closer to the 500 mark. In fact, you're also masked up, and right behind you, visuals, of course, indicate what situation we're finding ourselves in the moment at, considering the fact that you also reported on certain details that just came through, whether we're talking about prominent areas like RK Puram, even ITO, for the fact that Bhavana as well, indicating at least 480 plus. Tell us more.
And Nivedna, this is the reason as to why the Grap 4 has been implemented starting from today from 8 a.m. This is something which is going to come into force. And currently we are reporting from the Akshardham location, which is one of the prominent location here in the capital city. To show you the density of the pollution, this is the picture which you may not be able to see clearly. The visibility as well has been impacted, but also by and large this appears to be most polluted area in the capital city. And this is the picture which speaks for itself as to what exactly the condition of the pollution across the city. You can see the vehicles as well on the national highway. They also are forced to use their headlight because the visibility continues to be in the poor category. If we talk about the overall detail coming in from different departments, close to 10 of the airports, particularly in the northern region, they have reported the visibility lower than a kilometer, and this is the reason why many of the operations are also assumed to be affected. But this is the picture which is currently being played out on the screen, although the word is out from the side of the Met Department as well, where the IMD have said that today and tomorrow for 2 days the dense fog is something which is going to be witnessed. So this is a fog, and also the pollutant levels as well have also increased exponentially here in the capital city. And as you have rightly mentioned, Nivedna, at many stations in Delhi, the AQI have already, or are they reaching to the mark of 500. Now, starting from today, the Grap 4 has been imposed. There are certain new restrictions which are going to be imposed. By and large, the major restrictions are going to be about the entry of the truck here in the capital city, and only those who are running on the CNG or those who are operating in the essential categories, only they are allowed to operate. Otherwise, there will be a strict visual on the entry of those particular trucks. Delhi Chief Minister Atishi, she yesterday announced that except for class 10th and 12th, the mode is going to shift from physical class to online class. So all the other classes are going to remain in the online mode. That means the schools are not going to run until further orders. And other state government which are part of the NCR region, they have also been given the power to take a call whether they want to close the school. Although the Gurugram, Faridabad, Noida, Ghaziabad, they have not taken any of the call yet. But this is something which the powers have been given from the side of the CAQM directly to the state government. And also the companies have been advised, the central government have also been told if they want, they can run with the 50% capacity. The companies have been given the mandate that if the option is available, they should also think about the work from home facility as well. But this is the picture yet again, Nivedna, which we are going to show you on the screen. This is the fresh pictures which are speaking for themselves. And this is the highest ever pollution so far, particularly for this season. And Grap 4 has already been imposed. And remember, Nivedna, last time around when meeting took place at the Gopal Rai's residency, announced that if there is need be to implement Grap 4, then they are also going to think about the artificial rain as well. And now that the Grap 4 finally comes into place, we are awaiting a word from the side of the minister. And increase of the same, Nivedna. Today, another crucial meeting, so to say, is going to be held yet again, which is going to be chaired by Gopal Rai, who is the Environment Minister, where all the key stakeholders are going to be present to discuss the way forward as to what exactly they are going to decide about the next course of action and what are the other measures which needs to be taken, particularly from the side of the civic agencies and from the side of the authorities as well. But this is the picture which we have already shown you, and at many parts of the capital city and many of these stations have already recorded the AQI level somewhere to the mark of 500, which talks about the gravity of the pollution here in the capital city. It is also mixed with the weather conditions as well. The foggy condition is also being experienced. We can feel some of the cold as well, which has also been increased. So the wind speeds are clearly low, which means that the intensity of the pollution is further going to increase in and around the NCR region. Back to you.
Absolutely, Nikhil. In fact, as you draw an overall perspective about that, what does it really talk about? With the fact that, one of the key aspects, like you said, every year we look at this situation. What's unfortunate is that every citizen has to face this, including you in the capacity of reporting, considering the fact that, professionally one has to continue doing what they've got to do. But the reason why I ask you that as well is because look at the images behind you. You're, of course, reporting from that very prominent area of the flyover, and an aftermath of this is what is also going to affect several neighboring regions of Delhi NCR, as well as, of course, you're looking at UP, is to be combating with visibility. Right behind you, you can look at the fact that, certain vehicles are also struggling, considering the fact that this is not only going to be disrupting in terms of roads, but we're given to understand even flights will be impacted, considering this weather is going to give rise to what we're going to essentially look at in terms of how visibility will be a struggle for anyone trying to commute, that is. Any thing on that front where you've also had first-hand experience in the past couple of days, looking at how, while going reporting in certain places, that has been a bone of contention too?
Well, there are many of the things, Nivedna, which are going to be impacted, and clearly if the visibility is lower than the usual, then the flight operations are also going to be impacted. Usually, if there is low visibility, particularly in the at the IGI Delhi airport, then the flights are usually diverted to either Chandigarh, Lucknow or Jaipur for that matter. But the visibility has also been impacted at that side as well. So which talks about as to how the operations are expected to be impacted further. Also, the railways operation from the railway side as well, they equally appears to be affected. Although there is no official word yet from the side of the railways or either from the side of the airport authority or from the IGI airport as to how many operations are going to be impacted. But clearly this is something which is not very new. Earlier as well, we have seen the previous kind of, the similar kind of condition in the previous years as well, where the people have been affected the most. The passengers, both in terms of the air passengers and the railway passengers, they all have been affected because of the lower visibility. And the sad part is, Nivedna, this situation is going to prevail for another few days. This is only the start. That means at least next few days, particularly for the remaining days of the November, they are going to go likewise. Apart from it, the timings of the offices, they have also been staggered to improve the commute during the time of the pollution. Remember, Atishi, who is the Chief Minister of the capital city, she has already announced that MCD office is going to start at about 8:30 a.m. Central government offices are going to start at about 9 a.m. and the Delhi government offices, they are going to start from about 10 or 10:30 a.m. This is to, keep a check on the overall pollution. Apart from it, the CAQM mandate for the Grap 4, it also says that if need be, the state government have been given the power if they want to implement the odd and even scheme into their respective region or the states or the cities, so to say. So today is the important meeting at the residence of Gopal Rai, who is the Environment Minister. Let us see as to what exactly are the further measures which are going to be discussed as a part of the way forward, and what exactly is the new implementation which is expected to come out after the conclusion of the meeting. But this is the situation and this is the picture which we have shown you about the pollution here in the capital city, which in terms of the picture, I would yet again urge my camera person to show you yet again the pictures from the side of the Akshardham. This is one of the prominent area, and this is the
Right.
first day when the pollution has been, in this kind of density. So the gravity
Nikhil, I'll
is
have to
already
interject you for
being
the
seen.
moment, but of course, we continue to focus on the visuals that you're getting us and those details. You have pointed out a key meet that will take place today. But perhaps the bigger question, while all of us try to brace with this particular situation, is why aren't we better prepared, considering the fact that all of us are living in this toxicity? But only in a while from now, we will know if more directives will come. We'll keep coming back to you because we trust you to keep us ahead with the same. But for the moment, we leave the conversation at that. Let's now shift our focus to more that we're tracking here on Metro Morning this Monday. Now, as Manipur